There are two types of killers in life. The first are the ones we all recognize: obvious dangers, visible threats. But the second kind is far more dangerous, because you don't even realize they're destroying you until it's too late. These are not people, they're not accidents, and they're not bad luck. They are your habits. Day after day, quietly, slowly, without making any noise, they kill your dreams, your energy, and your future. And the most dangerous part? You are the one feeding them. Think about it. How many times have you set a goal, felt excited, promised yourself that this time you will change, only to fall back into the same old routine? You told yourself you'd wake up early, but you hit the snooze button. You promised yourself you'd start the project, but you delayed it for tomorrow. You wanted to grow, but you kept making excuses. Every time this happens, your confidence dies a little. Every time you let your bad habits win, you bury your potential deeper under the ground. The truth is, people don't fail because they aren't smart enough, talented enough, or capable enough. Most people fail because they carry habits that silently choke the life out of their ambitions. Success is not built overnight, but failure isn't either. Failure is built slowly, painfully, one bad habit at a time. That's why so many dreams never see the light of day, because they're murdered in silence by daily routines that look harmless but are deadly. Let me make it clear, your habits will either make you unstoppable or they will break you completely. If you surround your days with strong, disciplined, empowering habits, you'll rise no matter where you start. But if you allow toxic, dangerous habits to live inside you, they will poison every chance you ever have. It's like planting seeds. Good habits grow into trees that give fruit for years, while bad habits grow into weeds that choke every beautiful thing you try to build. You may not notice it now, but every moment you choose comfort over growth, every excuse you make, every time you delay what must be done, you are slowly giving away your future. And one day, you will wake up and realize years have passed, opportunities are gone, and your dreams are nothing but memories of what could have been. That's the real danger. Not losing once, not failing at something. The real danger is wasting your life because you kept holding on to the wrong habits. But here's the good news. Habits can be killed. Habits can be broken. You are not trapped forever. You are not powerless. In fact, the power has always been in your hands. You can make a decision today, right now, to identify these dangerous habits and eliminate them from your life before they eliminate you. Imagine how your life would change if you cut off the habits that steal your energy, confidence, and discipline. Imagine the person you could become if you stopped feeding the very things that are killing your future. That's what this message is about. Today, I am going to expose the 7 most dangerous habits that are silently destroying your success. These are the habits that keep you stuck, that rob you of motivation, and that make sure you never reach the level of greatness you're capable of. And more importantly, I'm going to challenge you not just to recognize them, but to kill them before they kill you. So listen closely. Don't just hear the words, take them as a personal call to action. Because if you don't face these 7 dangerous habits now, they will follow you for years. They will chain you, weaken you, and eventually bury your dreams. But if you decide today to destroy them, you will free yourself to rise, to grow, and to live the life you've always wanted. This is your wake-up call. Kill your 7 dangerous habits before they kill your future. Habit 1. Procrastination. Procrastination is the silent thief of time. It doesn't attack loudly, it doesn't knock down your door, and it doesn't scare you into submission. Instead, it whispers gently, "Do it tomorrow. You have plenty of time. Relax, you can start later." And just like that, your dreams are delayed one more day. The problem is tomorrow never comes. Tomorrow turns into next week. Next week turns into next year. And before you know it, your life is full of unfinished projects, half-chased dreams, and wasted potential. Think about it. How many opportunities have you already lost because you told yourself, I'll do it later? That workout you skipped, that business idea you never started, that exam you didn't prepare for, that conversation you avoided. Every time you delay, you are gambling with your future. And the painful truth is this: procrastination feels harmless in the moment, but it is deadly in the long run. It steals your time, your energy, and eventually, your confidence. The danger with procrastination is that it disguises itself as comfort. It tricks you into thinking you are in control when in reality you're surrendering control. You feel safe because you've postponed the challenge. But the challenge hasn't disappeared, it's only growing bigger. The longer you wait, the harder it becomes. The task you could have done in 1 hour becomes a mountain that takes days. The dream you could have started this year becomes something you'll never attempt. Procrastination is not just laziness, it is fear dressed up as delay. Fear of failure, fear of discomfort, fear of the unknown. But let me remind you of a simple truth. Action cures fear. The moment you start moving, the fear begins to fade. The hardest part is not the work itself, it's starting. Successful people understand this. They don't wait for the perfect time, the perfect plan, or the perfect mood. They know perfection doesn't exist. They take action, even when they're unprepared, even when they're scared. And that action gives them momentum. Momentum creates progress. And progress creates success. Here's the difference between winners and losers. Losers wait, winners start. Losers wait for motivation, winners create it through action. Losers delay because they want comfort, winners push forward because they want growth. You can either feed your excuses or you can feed your future, but not both. Imagine this. Every time you procrastinate, you are feeding the habit that kills your future. But every time you take action, no matter how small, you are strengthening the habit of discipline. And discipline is the weapon that will set you free. So the next time you feel the urge to say, I'll do it later, stop yourself. Ask, if not now, when? If not me, who? If not today, then how many more dreams will I bury? Don't let procrastination steal another second of your life. Start where you are. Use what you have. Do what you can. Because the only way to beat procrastination is to move. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Right now. Habit 2, excuse-making. Excuses are the lies we tell ourselves to protect our comfort zones. They sound logical. They feel safe. But in reality, they are the prison bars that keep us from becoming who we are meant to be. Excuses are dangerous because they give you permission to stay the same while making you believe you had no choice. I don't have enough time. I don't have enough money. I don't have the right skills. I'll do it when things settle down. These are not reasons. They are excuses. And excuses don't protect your future. They destroy it. Think about it. Every person who ever succeeded had reasons not to. They had struggles, setbacks, and limitations. They had fear, doubt, and obstacles. But the difference is, they didn't let their excuses lead their lives. Instead of saying, I can't, because they asked, how can I? That's the mindset that separates achievers from dreamers. Excuses are comfortable because they shift responsibility away from you. If time is the problem, if money is the problem, if circumstances are the problem, then you don't have to change. You can relax. But deep down, you know the truth. Most of the time, it's not the world holding you back, it's you. And as long as you believe your excuses, you'll never push yourself beyond your limits. Imagine a person who wants to get fit but keeps saying, I don't have time to exercise. Yet that same person spends 2 hours scrolling through social media every day. Imagine someone who wants to start a business but keeps saying, "I don't have money." Yet they buy new clothes, new gadgets, or waste money on things that don't move them forward. The reality is, it's not about lack of resources, it's about lack of priorities. Excuses are nothing but misplaced priorities dressed up as problems. Here's the harsh truth. Your excuses are lying to you. Every time you say, "I can't," you are teaching your brain to accept defeat before you even try. And every time you accept that defeat, you kill a piece of your confidence. Slowly, excuse after excuse, you shrink into a smaller version of yourself. That's why excuses are dangerous. They don't just stop you from acting today, they train you to believe you'll never be capable tomorrow. But you have the power to kill this habit. And the way to do it is by replacing excuses with responsibility. Instead of saying, "I don't have time," admit, "I haven't made it a priority." Instead of saying, "I can't do it," admit, "I don't want it badly enough yet." When you strip away the excuse, you expose the truth. And when you see the truth, you can change it. The most successful people aren't excuse-free, they just refuse to let excuses control them. They face the same challenges you face, but they ask better questions. Instead of, "Why me?" they ask, "Why not me?" Instead of, "What if I fail?" they ask, "What if I succeed?" That's the power of owning your life. So the next time an excuse tries to crawl into your mind, kill it before it kills your dream. Remind yourself, excuses sound convincing, but they never built a business, they never changed a body, and they never created a future. Action does. Responsibility does. Courage does. And the moment you stop making excuses, you take back your power. Habit 3, negative thinking. Negative thinking is like a poison you drink every day, expecting the world around you to suffer. But the only one it destroys is you. It starts small, a single doubtful thought, a single "what if I fail?", a single "I'm not good enough." But left unchecked, those thoughts multiply. Before long, they become the lens through which you see everything. Opportunities look like traps, challenges look like dead ends, and your potential looks invisible. The truth is, your life will always move in the direction of your thoughts. If your mind is filled with negativity, your actions will follow. A negative thinker sees obstacles and stops. A positive thinker sees obstacles and searches for solutions. The situation may be the same, but the outcome is completely different because of the mindset. Think about it this way. Two people can face the same failure. One says, "See, I knew I wasn't good enough. I'll never succeed." The other says, "This is a lesson. I'll adjust, I'll try again, and I'll come back stronger." Which one do you think grows? Which one moves forward? It's not the smarter person, not the luckier one. It's the one who refuses to let negative thinking become their master. Negative thinking is dangerous because it convinces you to quit before you even start. It creates imaginary prisons. You stop chasing opportunities not because you can't achieve them, but because you've already decided in your mind that you'll fail. And once your mind accepts failure as your destiny, your actions follow that belief. You live small because you think small. But here's the powerful truth. Your brain believes what you consistently tell it. If you repeat negativity, your brain will make it reality. But if you feed your mind with positive, empowering thoughts, your brain will also make that your reality. Thoughts become beliefs. Beliefs shape actions. And actions create results. Let me give you an example. Thomas Edison failed thousands of times before creating the light bulb. If he had thought, "I'm a failure," the world would be dark. Instead, he said, "I have not failed. I've just found thousands of ways that don't work." That is the power of rejecting negativity. He didn't let failure define him, he let it refine him. You see, success doesn't belong to those who never fall. It belongs to those who refuse to stay down. And the first battle is always in the mind. If you want to rise higher, you must first clean the poison of negative thinking. Stop saying, I can't. Stop saying it's impossible. Stop saying, I'm not good enough. Every time you catch yourself thinking negatively, replace it with a thought of power. I can learn. I can grow. I can figure it out. Negative thinking kills dreams before they are born. Don't let it kill yours. From this moment forward, declare war on self-doubt. Feed your mind with courage, with hope, with determination. Because when your thoughts are strong, your life becomes unstoppable. Habit 4. Comparing yourself to others. Comparison is one of the most dangerous traps in life because it steals your joy, blinds your progress, and convinces you that you are not enough. In today's world, it's easier than ever to fall into it. You open social media and see someone your age driving a car you can't afford, traveling to places you've never been, living a lifestyle that feels out of reach. Suddenly, your own life feels small. You start to question yourself, why am I not there yet? Why am I not as successful? Why am I not as talented? The problem with comparison is that it's unfair from the start. You're comparing your behind-the-scenes struggles with someone else's highlight reel. You're comparing your chapter 2 to their chapter 20. You don't see the failures, the tears, the sacrifices, the sleepless nights behind their success. You only see the result. And that distorted view tricks you into believing you're losing in a race you're not even meant to run. Think about an athlete on the track. If they keep looking at the runner in the next lane, they lose focus, slow down, and stumble. Why? Because their eyes are not on their own race. That's exactly what happens when you constantly compare yourself. You stumble in your own journey because you're too busy watching someone else's. The truth is, life is not a competition. You're not supposed to live someone else's story. You're supposed to live yours. The only person you should compete with is the person you were yesterday. Are you stronger than you were yesterday? Smarter? More disciplined? More determined? That's what matters. Progress, not comparison. Comparison is dangerous because it breeds jealousy, insecurity, and self-doubt. It makes you hate yourself for not being like someone else, when in reality, your uniqueness is your greatest power. The world doesn't need another copy, it needs you. It needs your gifts, your perspective, your story. But if you waste your time trying to live like someone else, you'll never discover the greatness inside you. Instead of comparing, start learning. When you see someone ahead of you, don't envy them, study them. Ask, what can I learn from their journey? How can I apply that to my own path? Turn jealousy into inspiration and competition into motivation. That's how you grow without losing yourself. Remember this, the grass looks greener on the other side because you haven't watered yours. If you spent as much energy improving your own life as you do comparing it to others, your life would already look completely different. So kill the habit of comparison before it kills your confidence. Run your race. Walk your path. Build your story. Because no one else can do it the way you can. The only person you need to be better than is the person you were yesterday. That's how you win, not by beating others, but by becoming the best version of yourself. Habit 5, laziness and comfort zone. Laziness is one of the deadliest habits because it doesn't just waste your time, it destroys your future. And the worst part? It hides itself inside comfort. Comfort feels good in the moment. The bed feels warm, the couch feels safe, entertainment feels easy. But comfort is a slow poison. While you sit still, the world moves on. While you delay, opportunities pass. While you wait, life doesn't. Here's the truth. Nothing great was ever built inside a comfort zone. Every breakthrough, every invention, every empire was built by people who were willing to get uncomfortable, to struggle, to push past their limits. Laziness whispers, "Stay here, you've done enough." But greatness shouts, "Get up, you're capable of more." Which voice are you listening to? Think about this. A lion that refuses to hunt will starve, no matter how strong it looks. In the same way, you can have talent, intelligence, and dreams, but if you choose laziness, you will starve your potential. Success doesn't come to the most gifted. It comes to the most disciplined. The comfort zone is dangerous because it feels safe. You convince yourself, "At least I'm not failing, at least I'm not struggling." But the reality is, by staying in the comfort zone, you are failing. You're just failing silently. You're failing to grow. You're failing to evolve. You're failing to become the person you were meant to be, and in time, that silent failure becomes regret. Ask yourself, how many times have you stayed in bed when you knew you should have been working? How many times have you chosen distraction over discipline? How many dreams have you postponed because it was easier to relax than to grind? Every time you choose comfort over effort, you weaken yourself. Every time you push through discomfort, you strengthen yourself. Winners are not people who enjoy hard work more than others. Winners are people who do what needs to be done, even when they don't feel like it. That's the difference. They understand that laziness feels good now but costs you later, while discipline feels hard now but rewards you forever. Here's something powerful to remember. Your comfort zone is not your friend. It will protect you from pain, but it will also protect you from growth. The moment you feel uncomfortable is the moment you are growing. If you avoid discomfort, you avoid progress. But if you chase it, you transform yourself. So kill laziness before it kills your future. Stop waiting for motivation. It may never come. Action creates motivation, not the other way around. Get up, take one step, do one thing, and momentum will follow. Break free from your comfort zone. Because the life you dream of is not inside it. It's on the other side of it. Greatness requires effort. Discipline requires sacrifice. But the pain of discipline will always be smaller than the pain of regret. Choose discomfort now, so you can live with pride later. Habit 6. Lack of discipline. Discipline is the bridge between goals and achievement. Without it, dreams stay as dreams. You can have the biggest vision, the strongest desire, and the best opportunities, but if you lack discipline, you'll never reach them. Lack of discipline is a dangerous habit because it makes you a prisoner of your moods. If you only work when you feel like it, you'll never be consistent, and without consistency, success is impossible. Think about it. How many people start the year full of motivation, setting goals to lose weight, start a business, or learn a skill, but quit within weeks? Why? Not because they lack intelligence or talent, but because they lack discipline. Motivation gets you started. Discipline keeps you going. Motivation is temporary. Discipline is permanent. Lack of discipline is like building a house with no foundation. From the outside, it may look fine for a while, but the first storm will knock it down. In life, storms will come: stress, failure, obstacles, distractions. If you are disciplined, you will stand tall. If you are not, you will collapse. Here's the truth. Discipline is not about being perfect, it's about being consistent. Success is not one giant leap. It's thousands of small, boring steps done day after day. Waking up early, eating right, training when you're tired, studying when you're distracted, working when no one is watching. These small acts, repeated with discipline, create unstoppable momentum. Lack of discipline is dangerous because it convinces you that small actions don't matter. You think, skipping the workout today won't hurt. Eating this junk food won't matter. Delaying this task won't make a difference. But over time, these small lapses compound into big regrets. Success and failure are both built in the small choices you make daily. Discipline says yes to the future, even when it means saying no to the present. Look at any successful person, an athlete, an entrepreneur, an artist. They didn't get there by luck. They got there by discipline. They showed up when they didn't want to. They practiced when no one was watching. They pushed themselves when their body screamed to stop. That's the price of greatness. And the lack of discipline is the reason most people never pay it. The good news is, discipline is not something you are born with. It's something you build. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you strengthen your discipline. Every time you push through when you don't feel like it, you train your mind to obey your goals, not your emotions. That's how you transform your life. So kill the habit of living without discipline. Stop being a slave to your moods. Start being a master of your actions. Remember this: discipline is freedom. Freedom from regret, freedom from wasted potential, freedom from mediocrity. Without discipline, you'll always be a prisoner of your excuses. With it, you can build the life you've always dreamed of. Discipline is hard, but regret is harder. Choose discipline. Habit 7: giving up. Too soon. Giving up too soon is the final and perhaps the most tragic habit, because it kills your dream just when you were closest to reaching it. Most people don't fail because they aren't capable. They fail because they quit. They give up after a few setbacks, after a few rejections, after a few moments of pain. They stop digging just 3 feet away from gold. Think about this. Every great success story is built on a mountain of failures. Thomas Edison tried thousands of times before creating the light bulb. Imagine if he had given up at attempt number 100 or 500 or even 9999. The world would still be in darkness. J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter manuscript was rejected by 12 publishers. Imagine if she had said, "Maybe I'm just not good enough." Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. Imagine if he had quit the game forever. The truth is, the people who succeed are not the ones who never failed, they're the ones who refuse to quit. The habit of giving up too soon is dangerous because it convinces you that temporary pain is permanent defeat. You hit an obstacle and think, this is the end. But obstacles are not the end. They are tests, life tests, how badly you want something. It asks, will you push through discomfort, or will you surrender? And sadly, most people surrender right before the breakthrough. Giving up becomes a pattern. Once you quit one thing, it becomes easier to quit the next. You train your brain to escape discomfort instead of conquering it. Before long, you stop trusting yourself because deep down you know you don't follow through. And when you stop trusting yourself, your confidence dies. That's why quitting is so dangerous. But here's the good news. Persistence can also be built as a habit. Every time you push through failure, you strengthen your resilience. Every time you refuse to quit, you prove to yourself that you are stronger than your circumstances. And that builds a kind of confidence no one can take from you. Ask yourself this. How many times have you walked away from something that could have changed your life simply because it got hard? How many dreams have you buried because you chose the pain of quitting over the pain of perseverance? Don't let that happen again. Don't let your story be one of almost successful, almost happy, almost fulfilled. Remember this. Pain is temporary, but quitting makes it permanent. Struggle is temporary, but giving up makes it forever. Every champion you admire was once a beginner who refused to quit. And if you want to live the life you dream of, You must adopt the same mindset. I will not stop until I get there. So kill the habit of giving up too soon. Replace it with the habit of persistence. Push one more time. Try one more way. Take one more step. Because the next attempt may be the one that changes everything. Life is not destroyed by sudden disasters alone. Most of the time, it is silently poisoned by habits we repeat every single day. These 7 dangerous habits we've discussed are not just small flaws or minor mistakes. They are chains that keep you locked in mediocrity, failure, and regret. And the truth is simple. As long as you carry them, your future will remain hostage. But the moment you decide to kill them, your freedom begins. Every habit you allow into your life is either building your success or building your downfall. Laziness steals your time. Negative thinking steals your energy. Procrastination steals your opportunities. Fear stops your progress. Toxic relationships steal your peace. Lack of discipline destroys your potential. And self-doubt kills your dreams before they even begin.
These habits are silent killers. They do not strike in one day, but they crush your life slowly until you look back and realize, you wasted years. But here's the good news, habits are not destiny. They are choices. And every day you wake up, you get a fresh chance to choose differently. Your brain is designed to adapt, your body is built for resilience, and your spirit is made for greatness. The question is, will you take control, or will you keep letting these habits control you? The people who succeed in life are not perfect. They are not born with special gifts. They are simply those who recognize their bad habits and replace them with empowering ones. They don't wait until tomorrow to change, they decide today. They don't let laziness win, they push through with discipline. They don't waste time doubting themselves, they act with courage. They don't sit around negative people, they surround themselves with positivity. They don't fear failure, they embrace it as a teacher. And slowly, step by step, they create a life of power, peace, and success. Ask yourself right now, which of these 7 dangerous habits is holding me back the most? Don't lie to yourself. Don't make excuses. Don't blame anyone else. Look in the mirror and be brutally honest. Because awareness is the first step to transformation. Once you identify it, take action. Replace it. Build new patterns. One small change every day will create massive results over time. Remember, your future self is watching you. 10 years from now, the person you become will either thank you or hate you for the habits you kept today. You cannot control everything in life, but you can control your habits. And once you control your habits, you control your destiny. So, kill your dangerous habits before they kill your dreams. Kill your laziness with action. Kill your fear with courage. Kill your procrastination with discipline. Kill your self-doubt with belief. Kill your toxic connections with distance. Kill your negativity with gratitude. Kill your lack of focus with vision. Do this, and nothing can stop you from rising to the life you were meant to live. The world doesn't need another person trapped by excuses, it needs you at your strongest, your sharpest, your most disciplined self. Greatness is not about luck, it's about habits. Change yours, and you change your life. So today, make the decision. Kill your 7 dangerous habits, and unlock the unstoppable, powerful, and limitless version of yourself.